baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, though, until it levels out. I'ma take mama to the Marriott and
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And that's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here you go. Gun. Let's go, defense. Get out.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. And incomplete to open things up. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, it's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Gabbert now to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On third down, Gabbert. It's hauled in by Ellington. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Again, it's Gabbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A second down throw for Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. The give is to Elliott. A beautiful span and room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Good.
Prescott yet again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cooper was the target there. And now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Gabbard again. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Gabbard. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They go play action. Gabbard looking for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
41 Joel. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going for the deep ball. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you guys be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So following the interception, here's Gabbard. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there is where the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now it's a bootleg with Gabbard. He'll buy awesome time right. Look at the spin. And he finds Howard complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Second down, Gabbard. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Come back, come back.
Gabbard on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. From the gun, Gabbard. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A second down throw for Gabbard. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Gabbard now. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Foles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. It's caught right side. It's Hurns. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You go 46. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Over the middle to Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll go deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Again, they run with Ellington. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
From the shotgun, it's Gabbard. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Gabbard. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gabbard now. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Prescott now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, Elliott. And he spins through. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big run that time by Elliott. 44 yards on the ground. Prescott on first down. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Prescott now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like to. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. His end zone. Gabbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 98 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Elliott. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Dodges him at the 50. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Gabbard. He's going to take a shot to the end. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go to Elliott again, and for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw is Prescott, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay,